The other day, we introduced you two Earth-type outer planets, Kepler-186f and Kepler-62f, very similar to the Earth. A planet that closely resembles the Earth is called super-Earth. The features of super-Earth are as follows. 1. It is located at a moderate distance from a fixed star so that it can receive a certain amount of energy, calorie. 2. It is an Earth-type planet, consisting of rocks, whose size is almost the same as that of the Earth. 3. Seas and land, water, land, thick atmosphere, and clouds exist. 4. The rotation axis, like the Earth, is very stable, with regular seasons and stable climates. 5. Atmospheric component contains a large amount of nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide. 6. It has a satellite that is large enough to stabilize the inclination of the rotation axis like the Moon. Nitrogen-breathing type organisms, oxygen-breathing type organisms, carbon dioxide-breathing type organisms are likely to exist in super-Earth. Since super-Earth is a precious existence in the universe, it seems that various aliens are using it as a joint experimental planet for experiments and research of genetic engineering. In addition, super-Earth is used as a joint experimental planet by various aliens. So it seems that in many cases the space scientific civilization, which can travel in space and time, cannot last long there. From around the end of 2011, there is a video in Sweden that introduces the brown dwarf Immarus star system that planet Nibiru belongs, created by Sentient Media in Atlanta, Georgia, USA, on YouTube. And also Mr. Sam Hoffman in the US has released this video on YouTube since 2017. Although the source is unknown, it seems to be conveying actual facts. According to the ancient Sumerian, the brown dwarf crossed the solar system, so it was called planet Nibiru. That is, the brown dwarf Immarus star system is the brown dwarf Nibiru star system. Our creators, Elohim, the space aliens, who created the Earth's mankind, came from the brown dwarf Nibiru star system. The sixth satellite, Nibiru G, of the brown dwarf Nibiru star system can also be called super-Earth. Even looking only at the appearance, it looks just like the Earth. Our creators, Elohim, the space aliens, who created the Earth mankind, are about 110 centimeters, 3.61 feet, tall, and their skin color was greenish-white. So it can be said that they are a hydrogen sulfide breathing type intelligent life form. They seem to have created first life at the sixth satellite, Nibiru G, of the brown dwarf Nibiru star system, which is close to the planet on which they live. Quotation from Intelligent Design, message from the designers, written by Rail, published by Nova Distribution, page 69 to page 70. Asterisk means our personal opinion. Parallel Humanities. In St. Matthew's Gospel, chapter 13, there is an important passage where Jesus explains in a parable how the creators left their planet to create life on other worlds. Behold, a sower went forth to sow, and when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell upon stony places, where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth, and when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up, and choked them, but others fell into good ground, and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. Matthew chapter 13 verses 3 to 9. All this is an allusion to the various attempts to create life on other planets, and 3 of them failed. The first failed because of the birds, which came and ate the seeds. In fact, this was a failure caused by the proximity of the planet in question to the Creator's original planet. Those who were against the creation of people similar to themselves saw a possible threat in the experiment and therefore went to destroy the creation. The first planet is the sixth satellite Nibiru G of the brown dwarf Nibiru star system, which seems to be a larger planet than the Earth. Like the Earth, it is a rocky planet with a wide ocean and continent. And it seems that it contains nitrogen and oxygen as atmospheric components. In this satellite, nitrogen-breathing type organisms and oxygen-breathing type organisms could inhabit. The second attempt was made on a planet too near a sun that was too hot, therefore, their creation was destroyed by noxious radiation. The second planet seems to be the third satellite Nibiru D of the brown dwarf Nibiru star system. It seems to be a rocky planet with sea and land. But it seems to be far infrared rays and cosmic rays poured in a lot. It seems that intellectual life forms cannot live because it is too hot. The third attempt was made among thorns on a planet, which was far too humid, where the plant life was so powerful that it destroyed the equilibrium in the animal world. This world consisting only of plants still exists. The third planet seems to be the fourth satellite Nibiru of the brown dwarf Nibiru star system. It seems to be a rocky planet with sea and land. Since it was too humid, only plants could live. But the fourth attempt was finally successful on good ground. And it is important to note that there were in fact 3 successes in all. This means that on 2 other planets, which are relatively near to you, there are living beings similar to yourselves who were created by the same creators. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear, those who are able, understand. When the time comes, those who seek to understand will do so. The others, those who look without really seeing, and hear without really listening or understanding, such people will not understand the truth. On the other hand, those who prove their intelligence by their own efforts and thus show themselves to be worthy of their Creator's help, they will be helped. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance, but whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that he hath. Matthew chapter 13, verse 12. The people who will not be able to prove their intelligence will not survive. Humans have almost proved that they are worthy of being recognized by their creators as their equals. They lack only a little love. Love for each other, and particularly for their creators. After all, the ideal human, whom our creators, Elohim, the space aliens, seek, is a useful person with high IQ, having the faith and respect for our creators, seeking the peace, defending the morality and law, loving the nature, and living in harmony with the nature. They would be able to build and maintain a space scientific society. In the current global society, members of Freemason may be said to be human beings liked by our creators.